You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Will pine someday and crave the love you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
There he is, the Lord himself, Hank Williams, and Your Cheating Heart.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
As is often the case. Hi, gang. It's a couple minutes after the hour. My name's Dave. This is Pioneers of Country Live. Sunday, January 20th, 2013. Yes, it is. 2013, the 20th of January. We are broadcasting live on Live 365. Stick around for the next 2 hours. All kinds of surprises coming up. Here are the Osborne Brothers, Bobby and Sonny, to sing Paper Rosie.
The sun goes down in Calvin County. Neon lights from an old beer sign shone through the window out on the sidewalk as I walked in to pass the time. I looked around, sat down at a table, ordered beef on rye and a glass of wine, and through the door came a little old lady. She was selling paper roses, and they only cost a dime. Paper Rosie, Paper Rosie, she sold you paper roses, but they only cost a dime. Silver hair that's lost its gold, trembling hands as she passed a rose. Red crepe paper made nature's bouquet help a little old lady today. I took the rose from her trembling hand. With eyes of age, she smiled and walked away. Like a breath of spring, I could smell the rose. It came alive, and I heard her say, my roses, pretty roses, they're only made of paper, but they only cost a dime. I went to look for her outside. A spray of roses lay by her side. The sky lit up and the choir sang. 1,000 voices as the church bells ring. They say, Rosie, paper Rosie, she sold you paper roses, but they only cost a dime. Paper Rosie, paper Rosie, she sold you paper roses, but they only cost a dime.
Bobby and Sonny, the Osborne Brothers, staples on the Grand Ole Opry. This is Pioneers of Country, and I'm Dave on Sunday, January 20th, 2013. On this day in history, on January 20th, in 1937, Franklin Delano Roosevelt became the first U.S. president to be inaugurated on January 20th. In 1953, a television show was transmitted from the U.S. to Canada for the very first time. The CBS television production of Studio One was transmitted to CBLT-TV in Canada. In 1958, Elvis Presley got a little U.S. mail this day with greetings from Uncle Sam. The draft board in Memphis, Tennessee ordered the king to report for duty. In 1964, this was a big day for U.S. record stores, as the first album by the Beatles was released. The LP Meet the Beatles became a huge success and was number one in the charts by February 15th, 1964. A lot of rock and roll stuff here in the news. Not that we're going to play any rock and roll here, but in 1965, Alan Freed, the father of rock and roll, died in Palm Springs, California on this day. Freed was the first radio disc jockey to program black music, or race music as it was called, for the white audience. In the 1950s, Freed called Moondoggie at WJW Radio in Cleveland, right here where I'm at, coined the phrase rock and roll before moving to WABC in New York. He was fired by WABC for allegedly accepting payola. Oh, no, not payola. God forbid. In 1959 to 1960, or the 1959-1960 congressional legislation into payola made Freed the scapegoat for what was a widespread practice. Freed, not so incidentally, died near penniless after the scandal was exposed. There's a lot of talk about Dick Clark from American Bandstand also accepting payola, but he kind of went under the wire on that one. He escaped any bad things, so, well, that's the way that goes. I don't understand all that. 15 minutes after the hour, this is country music. This is Pioneers of Country. No bigger pioneer of country music than old troublemaker himself, Johnny Paycheck.
Oh, I've sit here on this stool, much I blew my cool, and now they're closing up the world I'm living in. So I guess it's time to go, or at least they told me so. Yes, I'm going home, it's motel time again. Motel time again. Guess I'll take myself to bed. I don't even know what town I'm in, yet I'll find my way once more to that old number on the door. Then I'll be at home, motel time again. Guess I'll take myself to bed. I don't even know what town I'm in, yet I'll find my way once more to that old number on the door. Then I'll be at home, it's motel time again.
Johnny Paycheck and motel time again. Pioneers of Country with me, Dave. Sunday the 20th, broadcasting live on Live 365 all over the world, all over the internet. So thank you very much for tuning in. Now's the time to shoot an email off to one of your friends and say, Dave's live. Tune him in and give him the link. We need some listener hours here. So let's do it. Let's hop to it, okay? 18 minutes after the hour. As I hit the cough button, we're suffering from the flu. Well, I got a mild case of the flu here, a little congestion and cough, but don't worry. That's one thing good about the internet. It's not contagious, not at least in a health-wise way. But anyway, so we started out the show with Hank Williams, the Lord himself, and was reading up on the personal life of Hank Williams, and of course he was married a couple times. His first wife was Miss Audrey. And she was the father of Hank Williams, or she was the mother of Hank Williams Jr., Bo Cephas. And then they got divorced, and then Hank Williams, on October 18th, 1952, married Billie Jean Eschlemar. They were married in Minden, Louisiana by a justice of the peace. It was the second marriage for both having been divorced with children. The next day, 2 public ceremonies were also held in the New Orleans Civic Auditorium, where 14,000 seats were sold for each. And after Hank Williams' death, a judge ruled that the wedding was not legal because Billie Jean's divorce had not become final until 11 days after she married Hank Williams. Williams' first wife, Audrey, and the mother of Lily Williams, were the driving forces behind having the marriage declared invalid and pursued the matter for years. Williams also married Audrey Shepard before her divorce was final on the 10th day of a required 60-day reconciliation period. So that's the way that goes. But the reason I'm going through all this about Billie Jean was that after she lost Hank, and then a few years later, she married another country singer by the name of Johnny Horton, the honky-tonk man himself. And he tragically died in a car accident. So she just, died in the car, or Hank died in the car. She just got to watch how she picks her men. Old Billie Jean. Well, anyway, that's leading up to our next artist here, the honky-tonk man.